Hello, and welcome back to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. We've been looking at a variety of beers from Kizakura, Kyoto Bakushu in the Fushimi district of Kyoto. And today we're going to continue that with a very unusual beer, and that is this one. This is Kizakura Kyoto Bakushu Matcha IPA. And matcha, it means green tea, and the southern area of Kyoto, especially the Uji area just south of where this brewery is located, is very famous for green tea, and they have put quite a bit of green tea into this one, as we will see in a minute here. And Kizakura is a primarily a sake brewer. And they have expanded in a big way into craft beer and put out a main line of 4 or 5 regular beers, and this is one of their special beers. It is 8.5%, and on RateBeer it has only 12 ratings, an average rating of 3.03, percentile rating of 35% for all beers on RateBeer, and a 6 percentile rating for IPAs. It's actually flavored, considered a flavored IPA, and which is very, very, very low. Kind of unusual. There's a very wide range among these 12 ratings, from 5 out of 5 down to I think 2.4 out of 5. And very high scores from people who have only a few ratings on RateBeer. And so this is kind of, I guess, kind of polarizing beer. Matcha beers have been around for a while. Some places you can buy a beer on tap and have them infuse it with matcha. I don't recommend those at all. A few other companies do make matcha beers, but this is one of the strongest and most unusual ones. And let's give it a try, shall we? Okay. Now, if you are in shock, I can understand why. The color of this is very unusual. It's kind of a deep electric green, and I don't know how to describe the head except for the fact that it's an off-green head, a bit spongy, pocky sort of head here. This color does not exist in the beer rating or the SRM scale at all. Here, the only thing I can say is it's electric green. And let's give it a go. Right away you get rather strong matcha green tea smell, some mint maybe, something like, almost like cream, light cream, nuts, and I guess we'd have to say a vegetal note, something maybe almost cabbage-like, but basically it's very strong matcha flavor or aroma. I know it looks like poison. It's not. It does taste like matcha, very clear and directly, kind of mild and sweet in mid-palate. Maltiness does come through, and after that more matcha and some bittering. It's kind of a medium to heavy body for an IPA, not too heavy perhaps, but maybe a little kind of a thick, dusty or chalky on the tongue, and certainly somewhat warming with 8.5% alcohol in it here. In this beer, I think the matcha kind of mimics or perhaps complements the bittering quality of hops, and it is weird for sure. It's certainly different. But you know what? I give them points for that. This is a very unusual beer. You will not have many beers like this, certainly not in the IPA range, flavored or otherwise. And it is much better than any matcha beer I've ever had before. And so if you happen to see this, I found this at a roadside stop at the southern end of Kyoto Prefecture on my way to Mie Prefecture a few days ago. You may happen to find this though in a specialty shop. Certainly in the Kyoto area you will see it. Give it a try. You may be revolted. You may be pleased by it. I tend to be somewhat pleased. It's not a beer I want to drink all the time, but it's certainly something different. Again, Kizakura Kyoto Bakushu Matcha IPA. Give it a look if you happen to see it. Bye-bye.